we are back.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Roll20 live stream. We're playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Our intrepid party has snuck into the lair of a powerful witch in order to try and break the enchantment she's put on it that is keeping anyone who enters from being able to leave again. They get wrapped back into the forest again and again, lost in a perpetual loop. However, they have just managed to blunder into the witch's first trap, letting loose a horrible metal-eating ooze that has sizzled away Tommy's armor and part of his greatsword. And now they're recovering from that incident and looking deeper into the cavern at the witch's boneyard, which is the place she dwells and keeps the remains of her victims that she's eaten. What do you do?
I want to detect traps on the next big space.
Sure, go ahead and give me a roll.
Okay.
Perception.
Perception. Alright. Sorry, I had closed my window.
You see the skeletal remains of creatures littering the floor everywhere, and it's incredibly difficult to pick out if there's a trap hidden amongst them in all of the darkness.
I hop up on Tommy's shoulder.
I mean, I am.
Yes, do not understand personal.
I try my best not to pet him like a cat. Like I'm trying my best, so I don't.
I'm like very intently examining the room, so I probably wouldn't notice if you did, but I'm just like.
I just want to keep doing perception checks.
Do you see anything, Orbane?
So you're gonna edge deeper in.
Yeah.
And you haven't spotted anything.
I mean, can I do? Is there like an Arcana check I can do to check for magical energy in the room?
Or? You can, in fact, do that.
Okay. 17.
There is most definitely dark necromantic magic at work in this place.
So I'd say to everyone in the group, I would watch yourselves unless you enjoy being a zombie.
Like from the movies? Zombie?
I hop off your shoulder immediately and go instead to Anissa. Clearly you are an idiot.
He's not from here.
I'm not from here. You guys are so mean.
I didn't say that out loud. It's just the way I did it. Like
you know.
Like only a cat can.
Is there like a book I can read? World or something? So my character get up to speed. Stop asking dumb questions.
All right, so I've detected the crowd. Do I detect a focus point or anything like that in the room?
It feels like it's coming from like the center of the room, but it could be just a matter of the room's permeated with really awful stuff that's happened in here.
Okay. Well, I think I'll just say there are definitely traps in this room, but unless we can detect them ourselves, we will simply have to face the consequences.
So will I eventually detect something?
You're looking around, and from your vantage point right here, you have not seen anything that strikes you as a trigger to a trap. But the last one was pretty insidious too, in that it was just a magical rune on the ground, and this ground is covered in bones, so you might not know that you're stepping on that rune until you've stepped on it.
Can I reach that skeleton and grab like a skull and just put it on the tile in front of me?
Yeah, you could just chuck it into the room if that's what you want to do.
Sure.
So the human skull goes rattling across the floor, and halfway towards the middle of the room, a large rune begins to glow, and there's a rattling of bones all throughout the room.
Oh God. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm so not.
Now I'm walking on the ground, which I detest. I detest the ground, but here I am.
As skeletal figures begin to rise from the bone mass, and we're back into initiative.
Oh, great.
All the traps.
$19. Oh no.
We're missing the bear.
Sorry. Where is...
This is what happens.
No.
Yes.
I was on the screen.
You were not.
Yes, I was.
You were back in that other room.
Nope.
So,
Why?
the skeletal figures raise bows and begin to pour arrows into the group, feathering you from a distance.
Dexterity check or?
No, they make a ranged attack against you.
Okay.
So the first one flies at Anissa. 13 versus your armor class. Does that hit?
I don't know. I'm sorry. How do I know?
So it's your
my
it's
armor.
your
Oh, my
character's
armor is 14.
So it glances off of your leather jacket, and it barely turns the arrow away, and it shatters against the stone wall behind you. Another arrow goes flying, this one at Tommy. For a 16.
Yeah, that's a hit because I lost one of my armor from the
And he takes
leader.
5 piercing damage as it cuts through his chainmail and sticks into his shoulder.
That's all she wrote, boys. That's 0.
Well, the bear
That was
wasn't paying
fast.
attention and healing people up between battles then.
And
Yeah, dying to dead. Just like that.
And the final skeleton comes charging across the glowing floor.
How does my heal work? One creature.
Are you actually dead?
We're
I'm
doomed!
dead. I'm at 0 hit
He's
points.
unconscious and
I'm
dying.
at 0 hit points.
there
I
anything-
am unconscious and dying.
He can't be healed straight from that, can he?
Yes, he can.
Okay.
Mhm. He can.
Okay. I know what I'm doing.
It is now the unconscious Tommy's turn.
Oh, that's...
It is now Joe the Bear's turn.
Does he make a death saving throw on his first turn?
He
or-
does. He does make a death saving throw. You're right. Go ahead and make a death saving throw.
What is
It's on the core stats, bottom right corner.
bottom right corner?
That would be a failure. So you have lost one of your 3 saves. When you fail 3 times, you die.
If you click those question marks for you on the sheet.
All right, Joe
Oh,
the
I
Bear.
see. Nice.
I like your name change, Nolan.
No problem.
Joe Bearden!
I'm on top of it. I'm going to try to healing word this. So if I hit that button, will it do the thing?
Indeed, you now have 3 hit points.
Okay.
Tommy does?
And the
Yeah.
cat just kind of looks over at the bear and he goes, "You didn't think to do that 10 minutes ago in the hallway?"
I was worried about whether or not pop-out character sheets were on the...
I actually think I also
Distracted by
have the spell as one of your abilities that I've set up for you on your attributes and abilities tab.
Okay.
I'm at 3 hit
Actually,
points.
I think that's where I used it from, was the attributes and abilities. Or the... No, I used it from the spellbook. I'm a liar. You're right. It is on my macro bar.
Okay.
It is Anissa's turn.
And there's how many skeletons are there? Just one or a bunch? Do we know?
There are at least 3 that you've seen.
Okay. I am gonna shoot a bow and or an arrow. I don't know why I keep saying. At the closest
Sounds
one
good.
to me.
So which one is that? Ping on it. So I know. Actually, you can just attack and it'll put the ring around it. So that's easy. So just do your attack roll. Your bow.
It says I have to choose one because I set the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see them. Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
that hit the
I
You
hit the rune.
that hit the rune. I should move that to the map layer, anyways.
That's awesome.
This guy then.
Yeah,
Should I
this
do it
one
again?
right here.
Rune.
All right, 10 hits for 6 piercing damage as the arrow pinks into the side of its jaw, taking off part of its face, but it still rattles towards you.
It's not my turn anymore, though, right?
You can move. You can.
I just would back
take
up.
a move or a bonus action if you have a bonus action.
I'm just gonna back it.
That would make it Orbane's turn.
Okay, so I kind of like start concentrating really hard, and I say, "Let me show you how it's done." So these two guys right here, so it's a 15-foot cube, so I should be able to hit both of them if I cast it in the middle of them.
Indeed. So let me get the cube for you to position. Here we go. I take it you want to hit those two, something like that?
Yeah.
So pretty.
So a giant blast of thunder rolls out from the floating hands that follow the cat, and both of them have to make a con save versus 13. Eight will fail, and 3 will fail. So both of them take 11 damage and are pushed 10 feet away.
I can't do this much healing for the room.
What do you? I did that to them.
So that obliterates one of the skeletons, and leaves the other skeleton. Tears off one of its arms and several of its ribs as it throws it backwards.
And the cat's tail just like calmly moves back and forth.
and the other skeleton goes flying backwards and just sails into pieces of bones that scatter across the room as the thunder fades away and all of your ears are left ringing.
Everyone's scared of the cat now.
So this skeleton no longer can use its bow and arrow because it only has one arm. So instead, it picks up its sword that's laying on the ground and comes running at poor old Tommy, who's still in the front, and takes a swipe at him. However, he is able to bring up his great sword and parry the sword slash. The other skeleton, still unhurt, shoots another arrow, this one at Anissa. The arrow goes sailing through the air and sinks into her side for 5 piercing damage.
Ow.
And it is Tommy's turn.
I'm going to use Second Wind.
Okay, I think that's a bonus action. So you still get your normal action when you do that, or am I wrong?
No, I think I also get to attack you. I just wanted to do that first. Okay, so I will attack the skeleton. There's a skeleton in front of me, right?
Yeah, it just took a swipe at you and you parried it with your greatsword. You bring your sword down, crashing through it, and smash the skeleton into dozens of pieces as it crumbles to bone dust at your feet. It is Joe the Bear's turn.
Does anyone need the heals?
I just got 5 damage, so I'm sure. Unless somebody... Well, how much healing did Tommy lose?
The Second Wind.
I think he's probably pretty good now, yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty good.
So Stephanie, what you can do is you click on your token, there's a little red bubble that appears above your head, you subtract 5
Oh, yeah.
from your...
And we can't
Heal
see
me.
each other's health as it currently stands.
And that's the way I prefer it.
Okay.
You have to pay attention.
You're the worst. I don't
I
want
need
the way I
to be
prefer
healed,
it.
Joe.
No healing the bars. You have to pay attention.
So,
There's RP
I
involved.
want to heal the bars.
You heal and it's three of your wounds, so
Plus
the
3.
the arrow wound knits halfway back together from the touch of the friendly bear. And it is now Anissa's turn.
I draw my bow and shoot the next guy.
You're gonna have to step. You're gonna have
I
to step out
forward
from,
and then I shoot the guy.
Sure, go ahead, move yourself, and then take your shot.
Only fight. We fight from the doorways. this adventure party fights from the doorway.
I'm scared. I chose him.
We bravely run away.
bravely ran away.
12 will hit for 7 damage as you lodge the arrow in its midsection, and a whole large section of its ribs crumble away and crack underneath the arrow's strike. And we're on to Orbane's turn.
Okay, I will use my firebolts.
I think it's hilarious that the giant 7-foot bear is just hiding in the back, casting his spells.
I think I missed.
Indeed, you did. The firebolt goes sailing past the archer skeleton.
So, in what scenario would I gain advantage to use on an attack like that? Surprise attack? I mean, is that
surprise attack is a good one if it was vulnerable somehow to your being attacked. Maybe it was pinned down.
So if everyone else in the party were doing more to set me up, basically, kind of like this is like a volleyball. I need some setups here, guys. I need some setups so I can spike the ball.
So the skeletal archer notches another arrow and lets it fly at Anissa.
Am I reacting? Or
and 14 is against your armor class.
What?
What is your armor class?
14.
15, right? Oh.
14 is going to hit, so you are going to take 8 piercing damage as it catches you in a
Now
lung.
I'm actually dead?
You are at 0 hit points, which means that you are dying.
I'm at -2.
Yeah, well, you can never go to negative, so 0 is the lowest you can go. So,
I got some healing to do.
Poor Anissa drops to the ground as she catches an arrow from the skeleton. And it is now Tommy's turn.
Tommy's turn. Alright. So there's only one skeleton we know of, right?
That you know of, yes.
Know of. What is my speed?
Each of these squares is 5 feet.
30,
And,
so I go...
and you can measure yourself by pressing spacebar. After you click to drag, you can measure how far you're moving as you move.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
As you step on the grating, there's a large clank, and it opens underneath you.
Fantastic.
You need to give me a dexterity saving throw.
You really didn't think about that.
I was counting my steps. Shortest distance between 2 points is a diagonal line. Athletics, right?
Dexterity saving throw.
So it's just under skills at the bottom.
No, it's under core stats.
Oh, saving throw. You're right.
So 5 will be a failure. You plummet into the pit where sharp bone-like spikes wait for you as you go crashing downwards for
10 damage.
For 8 damage as one of the bone spikes pierces through your calf and up into your leg. And you're trapped at the bottom of this bone pit.
I'm just thinking about my brother and why all this has happened to me. Getting very sad and just letting the cold take me.
It is now Joe the Bear's turn.
I think I'm healing. That's
Who are you healing, Anissa?
Yeah.
yeah.
I need
So
to
go ahead and move yourself next to her.
Triage.
You only have one heal left, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, do I have a secondary heal?
You only have that one spell, and you're about to use your last spell of the day.
That's great. Okay, let's do it. Boop. Please be good.
Yep. So you see, it shows you have that 0 remaining
ammo
charges.
remaining.
Yep. So you have 0.
I'm not the
first
healer
level
anymore.
spells.
It's not my problem. Not the healer anymore.
And Anissa, you're no longer dying and have 4 hit points.
Okay.
Those are all your heals?
That's all we get for the whole day. Like that's like until we
I'm not
can
healing
sleep
anymore.
at night. We're
Do
screwed.
you have to remove the red X, or do I?
You can do it, but
You can do it.
I can do it too if you want me to.
I already used my second wind too. I second wind for 7.
It's a
Second wind should
dangerous
be for a lot
place.
more than that.
I warned you before we came in here that this would not be an easy task.
And it is Anissa's turn, who's just woken up.
We only have one guy left, right? That we
Yes,
can see.
That we know of.
I shoot the remaining skeleton.
So you reclaim your bow from the ground and from a kind of slumped against the bear, notch an arrow and let it fly.
Oh,
Nice.
And the arrow catches the skeleton right in the forehead, knocking its head from its shoulders, and it collapses to the ground in an unmoving pile.
God. I'm just like screaming in agony. It's my leg. My leg! Somebody get me out of this hole! My God, my leg.
And we are out of turns, as there are no more skeletons that rush to harm you.
Let's just take a nap right here in the big bone pile.
Stupid bear, why did you bring me here?
In the putrid, rotten bone pile that smells of carrion and rotted meat.
I mean,
I assume you weigh more than 10 pounds, so I can't do anything to help you, guy in the pit.
Should we leave?
You're gonna leave him in the pit?
No!
I'm stuck in a pit. I'm stuck 10 feet down. I think I fell 10 feet.
Like
I didn't realize you fell
in the bottom of a bone pit.
I am way more than half dead. I am.
I gingerly step forward to look down the pit.
How long is my rapier?
You look down and he's a pretty long ways down there, and he's gonna have trouble climbing out on his own, especially with a bone sticking out of his leg.
Let's look at my. What do
I take the longest weapon I have and I try and like.
So I'm fairly sure Anissa has some rope in her inventory.
I do have rope. You're right.
If you go into your inventory, you have hempen rope.
Yeah, you're right.
That you often use for climbing in and out of trees, which is where your secret fort that you've been staying in to stay
I'm a knot tire. I use my rope to off the closest. Well, is there anything around me to tie it around?
Bones.
Okay. Joe, can you hold this rope? And I put the rope around the bear's waist, and I lower it down to Tommy.
So with your
Joe like want me for something? Joe's gonna let me die in this hole?
No, I'm not letting you die. I'm right there with you.
So the
he just tied the rope around.
So the strength of the bear makes it quite easy to pull Tommy up out of the pit, and you arrive up. Yeah.
I blame Joe for bringing me here, putting me in this position.
Okay, now I say to the party, should we leave? Or should we continue?
Something needs to be done about my leg. I can't walk. I'm going to die. I'm going to bleed out. Is there a hospital nearby?
So,
the only way you can be saved is for us to escape this wretched forest. We must press on.
Can I examine him and see if there's anything I can do?
You can certainly get the bone out of his leg.
Get the bone out of his leg? I mean,
he has a piece of bone that just got lodged, jammed through.
Can I have a decent.
That's one of those things that they always tell you not to do that because then they're more likely to bleed out.
Right. Well, I mean, you can do it in a medically sound way that stops the bleeding after you remove the bone. Is what I'm saying.
Does anyone have a higher medicine than +2?
Yeah.
Metagaming. Who has the highest bonus to do this?
I reach in my bag and
I'm going to say Joe's going to do it because he's the one who said he was going to do it first.
All right. Okay.
That's the point.
I just want it for future reference.
Do you want me to roll something?
Yeah, to make a medicine skill check.
Make a what skill check?
Medicine.
Medicine. Ah, there it is.
You quite expertly repair the leg and stop the bleeding, and you can now walk on it, Tommy, even though it's painful to do so.
Okay. So I regain no hit points?
You regain no actual hit points, though, no.
Okay. I'm going to take one of these Dr. Wogglebug's amazing food pills.
And what it does is it makes you feel incredibly full, like you just ate a 3-course meal.
Okay.
But it doesn't actually give you any hit points back.
We're getting hit points.
So now you feel like you've eaten Thanksgiving dinner. You can't
Your leg still hurts.
Right.
Pills. They do nothing. Okay.
I say again, we must press on. It's the only way to survive.
I want to search and see if there's anything of value in this room to help me with my leg.
I would not suggest triggering any further traps, you foolish human.
Can I roll a perception to see if I find anything?
Indeed. So you search around the bones around you, and you find 3 different pouches that were once worn by the people who used to own these bones. In the first pouch, there are 4 gemstones, tiger eye gemstones, worth 4 gold piece apiece. In the second pouch, there are 5 copper pieces, a very meager peasant's salary. And in the third one, a heftier 14 silver pieces.
Okay. I put them all in my bag. I'm the one that found them. And, that's okay. We'll do it. Now, what did you say, Kat?
We must press on. It's the only way to get out of here.
Then let's do so.
We are committed. The witch will surely know that we have sprung her traps and is even now certainly on her way back to investigate.
Although I'm
the
fairly
disturbance.
certain that my HP isn't getting any higher. It's only going down from here. And I don't have far to fall. So.
I'm gonna move forward and keep perceptioning.
I'm right on your shoulder.
Indeed. You continue to creep forward, and the bones begin to fall off, and by the time you make it to the stairs, things actually look quite tidy, as if the carnage of the previous room either is carefully kept at bay or magically not allowed to spill over into this space. And at the top of the stairs, you find a magical ritual chamber with shelves with arcane bottles, books, and other magical instruments. In the center is a altar with arcane glyphs that have been painted onto it that still glow with some sort of magical energy.
Okay,
I
I'd like to
asked
do
the cat.
I want to do an Arcana check on the altar to see if I can determine the way we can shut down the ritual.
Indeed.
16.
In fact, it would be quite easy. All you have to do is disrupt the glyph, and the magic that is contained inside will escape, and the spell would end.
Well, what else happens when that happens?
I do an Arcana check on the curiously positioned, threatening-looking gargoyle on the wall.
Yeah, most definitely that appears to be some sort of resonating with some sort of animated magic.
I say, hey guys, here's how this is gonna go down. We're gonna disrupt this ritual, and my instincts are telling me, my cat instincts are telling me that this gargoyle is gonna try to attack us.
Okay. I fear that the bear may have to fight on the front lines of this skirmish, or I will die. Surely, I will surely die.
Or I will surely perish.
Well, that's the last thing I want to have happen, but way to throw me under whatever a fairy person would think is a bus.
Reposition.
The magic school bus, obviously.
Yeah. Way to throw me under the magic school bus.
Okay. Ready. Is there a way? I guess.
Is there a way for the...
How can we position ourselves to be on my sword coming down on the gargoyle's head as we disrupt the spell or something?
I don't think that's
I
how
get
it's gonna
surprised.
I think going into the room is a bad idea.
I want to have a surprise round. How can I have a surprise round?
Can I shoot the gargoyle with an arrow?
We bust
or
the
we
stone?
shoot
Can we
it
just break
with-
the stone before it gets animated?
I look at the cat and I ask if there's any method by which this, since he is so insistent that we press on, is there any method by which this will come to pass, or?
I mean, so there's no way, I'm not a powerful enough wizard that I can, do anything to really help the situation, right? I can't, cast no animation on the gargoyle.
If you had a spell that was anti-magic, you could unweave the magic that has created...
I don't have any spell like that.
I
So.
can charm people, and I can...
You know of its existence, but you do not know how to cast it yourself.
Okay. Well,
Spellbook.
I just say that, this is the only way. We must take this chance if we're ever to be free.
Okay, well, the bear goes first.
Lead the way, bear!
So if I walk right in and try to charm this thing, is that an option I've got?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check. Skills.
Or no, that's core. No, it's Arcana. There. That is not particularly inspiring.
Actually, it's enough to know that it's not alive, and charms only work on things that have a mind. And this thing isn't really intelligent. It's like a clockwork machine.
Yeah.
You know, you couldn't charm that.
Okay, well, let's roll.
Well, okay, so
I kind of push the bear down the stairs.
I cast my mage hands. And I used my mage hands to smudge out or whatever I have to do to the glove to make it destruct the spell.
So the mage hand swipes along, smearing the ritual paint, and both the Joe and Orbane feel the magic, which is incredibly powerful, pulse out as it shorts out, and the ritual stops working. But just as Orbane predicted, the gargoyle springs to life, and we're into initiative.
Okay. How did you know that would happen, Cat? You are a genius. I'll follow you anywhere.
On second thought, kill the human. Oh my god.
Oh.
What does critical failure initiative do in this world? Like
Nothing.
you tripped and fell on your face.
They're like, I'm charging in first, or not.
At least we got high initiative.
It's basically the gaming equivalent of I was looking at Twitter.
Anissa, you're up.
Oh, initiative.
So this gargoyle's just. I mean, I'm gonna shoot it with my short bow. That's the only.
Sounds good.
That's all I can do.
Seems reasonable to me.
This is my skill set. I shall lean into it.
There are opportunity attacks in this, right? And once I leave its range, it has an opportunity?
Correct.
Okay. I might have to dine and dash. I might have to swing at it and then run away or something crazy.
So with your 13, the arrow strikes the stony body and shatters without doing any significant damage to it.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Orbane's turn.
Alright. I will cast Magic Missile!
Ooh, I do. I have 5 hand axes I can throw at it.
So I do all those bolts streak toward the gargoyle.
It takes 11 force damage as these 3 bolts shoot out from the cat and strike it, blasting off chunks of marble granite.
Alright. That's it for me. I've done my part. The cat's done.
The gargoyle leaps, vaulting over the ritual table, crashing at the top of the stairs and swiping at the bear.
Don't do that.
Yeah, bear. Take that swipe.
Don't do that. Please.
For 14 against your armor class.
There's a lot of biting this game.
There's a lot of physical violence. 14. My armor class is 13.
That will hit for 5 piercing damage that the bear takes.
Now, what is piercing?
13? Mine's 12, and I'm a cat.
Mine's 16, and I'm pretty sure it's the highest you can have it. Level 1.
So the different types of damage, you can have resistances or vulnerabilities to. Like if something was made out of wood, it's probably vulnerable to fire.
Okay.
So for as far as you're concerned, piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning all hurt a lot equally.
Okay.
They're all normal damages to you.
I feel hurt.
So basically, it chomps in, and its stony teeth clamp onto the bear's shoulder, and you feel some of your bones in your shoulder creak and break underneath its weight. It is Tommy's turn.
Okay, I don't know how long this will take. I reach into my bag and kind of like close my eyes and like.
It takes your action to pull something out of a bag of holding.
And I reach and I pull out 5 throwing axes.
Indeed, yes, you do.
I'm like, yes. I'm like, look, cat, I can be useful. I have throwing axes.
It is Joe the bear's turn.
Smash it.
Sounds good. So bear slashing attack. So you rake your claws against its stony arms and leave marks, but you don't do any significant damage.
Is this gargoyle? Is this like Goliath, or is this like Brooklyn?
No.
It's a large creature, so it's huge. It's the size of like a one of those statues that's maybe 8 to 10 feet
Oh,
tall.
it's Goliath.
Yeah.
I can only make references through Disney.
Yeah.
It is Anissa's turn. Anissa, now that you have an ally that is within close combat of it, all of your attacks are going to apply your sneak attack damage. And if for some way you could get here, which wouldn't be easy, you would get you could pincer him, and then you'd have advantage on attacks. So that's just a kind of a roguish, common trick. But that would also involve having to tumble through it, which might be very dangerous.
Okay. I'm pretty damaged, so I am going to smack it with my rapier because he's closer now, right? So
You could charge into close combat, or you could shoot your bow. It's up to you.
did my arrow disintegrate before because I shot poorly, or because
Yeah,
it's
you
made
didn't
of-
land it very
Oh, okay.
cleanly
I'll
on
try
it.
again
You,
then.
you didn't beat his armor class.
I see. Okay, I will try again then. Click on him.
So magic missiles doesn't have to not against armor.
You just always
No, magic missiles automatically hit and do damage.
What?
don't mess with the cat.
The arrow once again plinks harmlessly off of its wing, doing no real damage.
I'm also
It's not
curious-
working.
We'll talk about this.
It's not working.
Come on, cat.
Orbane's turn.
All right. Again, I will go back to my trusty firebolt, which has yet to actually hit anything. But this time it does.
The firebolt crashes successfully into its chest, scorching and blasting off part of the gargoyle's torso.
I fell off, but that's cool.
The gargoyle continues to tear into the bear, trying to push all of you further down the stairs.
What's that tearing like?
That tearing looks like
Come on, bear, do your job.
taking 6 more damage,
And-
and all of you are pushed back a square
That's
by its
all
mass.
she wrote for me.
Everybody goes back.
And the bear falls limp as the gargoyle climbs over its body to get it to the rest of you.
Okay.
It's been real.
Back up. And this the back up.
All right, Tommy's turn.
I'm gonna throw. Can I only throw one hand axe? How many hand axes can I throw?
Correct. You can throw one a turn. One for a full action.
Okay,
So the hand axe gets swiped out of the air by one of its stony wings as it continues to approach. And it's his turn.
I will rapier attack.
So you draw your rapier and slash at the gargoyle.
Yeah.
For a critical... Oh no, it's not a critical. You just got a total of 20.
No.
However, you do get to apply your sneak attack damage. So you, dash to the side, bring up your rapier, and lop off a large section of the creature's wing.
How damaged is this thing looking at this point to my cat eyes?
It has all kinds of chunks broken out of it, so it's pretty damaged.
All right.
And it is Orbane's turn.
Come on, Arbane.
All right. I will cast my firebolt spell again.
So that's a ranged attack, and you're
Oh, right.
at close
Okay.
quarters. to
So-
it, which
The bear.
you have an acid spray, which
I was about to say poison spray. Would that be
Poison
better?
spray.
Yeah.
Actually, but you would know that this thing's immune to poison because
That's
it's not
what
actually
I figured. Okay. I mean, I can use my quarterstaff with my mage hands. Is that how that works? How do I use
Yeah.
my quarterstaff right
Yeah,
now?
you would pull out the quarterstaff with your mage hands.
But
and
I can
swat.
move during my turn and then use my range
You
attack.
can,
right?
but if you leave its range, which is the square that you're in, if you moved backwards. However, because you are a tiny creature,
Yeah.
you can actually move through his square.
I was going to say I can move through him. So do I still have to do the disadvantage or the opportunity attack if I? am
No,
tiny?
only when you leave. So unless you go to here, all the way over here, or to back here, you don't trigger the opportunity attack.
But I can't use
So
my
you
poison
basically be a
spray.
cat- You could be a cat and run in between his legs.
But I still couldn't use my poison or my firebolt then.
you'd still be at disadvantage. However, if you ran to here, you would have it pincered with either one of them, which would give you advantage, which would make it a wash. So
Okay,
you get
awesome.
neither advantage or disadvantage.
So I leap down off of her, and I scuttle underneath his legs, back behind him over to here.
Sounds great.
Awesome.
And that will give, so you get to make the attack, and you have neither advantage or disadvantage because you have both.
16.
And you slam it in the back with your attack.
Okay. Well, it does 3
Gotta
damage.
draw its attention, right? I mean, he's the only one who's been hitting it lately. Gotta turn around.
Certainly
Go
been
for the
hurting it,
cat.
that's true.
Gotta attack the cat now.
I'm highly dexterous. Easy to overlook.
For 3 damage.
How far away can my mage hands be from me? Can I make it seem like it's actually a Nitsa casting these spells, and I'm just a cat who happens to be around here and isn't doing anything?
No, I'm going to say no if you actually want to use them to be the focus for casting your spell. If that's to be near you.
All right.
But otherwise, you can make them. I think they have a range of 30 feet.
Okay, gotcha.
The gargoyle is going to turn and attempt to step on the cat because it's very, very displeased with the fire-spewing cat that
Okay.
it keeps.
I was at the back of that square. I was at the back.
Move yourself. I'm just trying to get it.
I'm just
Trying to rotate it. Why can I not rotate it? I keep selecting you, dang it. I'm moving you so I can get it. I cannot turn it. I don't know why.
Joe Barrington.
What are you trying to turn?
I'm trying to rotate this guy, and I having trouble
well.
rotating. It doesn't matter. All right. he's looking at you and not takes a bite at you.
At what's left?
Oh shoot! And I attack the cushion attacks.
That counts.
For an 8, an 8 is going to miss the nimble cat as it leaps away. And we are to Tommy's turn.
And is he at a disadvantage right now since he's pincered, or we only just gain advantage?
You gain advantage. Correct.
I would gain advantage.
You both have advantage right now, yeah, because I'm on the other side of it.
I had to move. Yeah.
No, well, he's actually up a square. You put him back.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I moved him to the wrong place.
But he's
I'm not
facing.
And you're actually a square closer to yeah.
And
There
he's
we go.
facing me, which means that you're also behind him, Anissa, so you get
Yeah.
the extra bonus.
Sweet.
I'm gonna swing him with my greatsword then. At him.
Okay.
Since I have his back to me. Let's see what
There we go.
I have my advantage, right?
You have advantage, so that means you hit with a 22
Wow.
for 13 damage as you crash your great sword along its back, knocking off the rest of that wing.
Plus, it's a crit, so he gets an extra 9.
No.
I'm
the
sorry.
crit has to be
Doesn't matter.
attack.
You're right. But such a noob sometimes.
Joe the bear needs to give me a death saving throw.
Oh, bear.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and say, since we're probably moving towards the latter half of the day, that I did not die. I used my relentless endurance. So I am at 1 hit point instead of 0.
Great. All right, so with your 1 hit point, what do you do?
I have absolutely no idea.
You're laying at the
Because-
at the gargoyle's feet.
Like, there's not much. Can I trip him or something? Because obviously I can't do damage to him.
Well, you
You can
you
Why
do
not?
you
can't you do
hurt him
damage to him?
before.
Well, I didn't think that hurt him for anything. Or
You
I
did
got-
damage. You
okay.
clawed off a chunk of him.
Okay, well then, let's do it again.
So the bear suddenly rises like the phoenix with advantage because it was not expecting you to be alive when you were playing possum. You hit, doing 7 damage, which allows you to topple it over and smash it to pieces on the ground.
Look at
And
you.
the bear stands victorious over the rubble.
Are you not
Yo,
entertained?
I thought the worst had happened to you. That was a clever tactic. Being dead.
Thank you.
Follow you anywhere, Joe.
We're already to that. That was fast.
Tommy does not so much believe in alliances.
As I look around the room.
So you begin, walking a perimeter of the room, perusing the shelves, and you find all manner of goodies. You find a book, which you grab and toss into your pack that floats from a magical hand next to you.
Okay.
Along with, there is a treasure chest that is filled with tons of silver coins, 112 silver coins. Also in that same chest are 2 gemstones, 2 lapis lazuli, both worth 12 gold pieces. And then on another one of the shelves, you find a potion that you recognize as a potion of healing.
So I grab all that stuff and I'm just like, okay guys, it's time to go, and I'm throwing it all my bag, and then I turn around and leave.
The cat is throwing the stuff in his bag?
Yeah, he has magical hands that float. And it's one hand is holding a bag and the other one's picking stuff off of
Just throwing it in there, and I'm like, okay, time to go.
I thought the hands were connected to the book. I got confused, I'm sorry.
Time
That's
to
great.
go. we must depart quickly, for surely the witch is on her way, and if we don't escape the forest before her return, I fear the worst.
I agree.
So all of you go dashing back out through the boneyard, out of the cave, back into the forest, where we will find out what happens next in your journey as you are all lost in Oz.
Oh.
Very nice.
Who's that? Who's on the?
That is
That's
a
what we
good
need to know.
question.
Bring some.
No?
So that's it for our live stream today. I'd just like to thank everybody for watching and all of our community members who helped develop the API scripts that we were using today, that contributed to the art to the marketplace that we were presenting. I could go through and give. Does anyone else want to give shout outs?
Well, you said there's credits somewhere, or?
Yeah, we'll
Play them
do
at
the
the very
credits.
end when we walk away. But we can read off the list if we want to.
And I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. Does anyone have any parting words?
Cats have 9 lives.
You were quite lucky. You're the only one who came out unscathed from all of that carnage.
It's true.
That was not an accident.
All right, great game, everybody, and thanks to all our watchers.
Yep, thanks guys.
Yeah,
We'll see you in 2 weeks. Is that right?
1 week.
In 1 week.
1 week.
We'll be here next Thursday, same time.
Next
This is
Thursday.
real now.
All right.
This is a thing.
Alrighty. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching.